not always the case. So before, they don't fucking just get houses. We don't have enough houses to do that.
I just think people need to research.
No, they don't, Smiling Assassin. I have a fucking degree in social policy. Don't fucking come at me with all this bullshit.
I just look into it with an open mind, people, because you really need like an open mind to see all the facts and the research. Please do it properly, and I don't mean the Daily Mail.
Or fucking GB News. They're the biggest racist outlet out there.
Please go and look.
They're being sold a dream they're not getting. So, you know, they're being wrongly done by too.
Wow, Samaya. Exactly.
But if there's anyone from anywhere who is helping our economy right now, which is tanked. That's all I'm saying. Thank you to everyone helping out.
Yeah, thanks to my immigrant husband.
Yeah, cheers, pal. I'll send you a card.
Pal.
Where is Smiling? Smiling Assassin Top Girl, I'm telling you now, it's the truth over here. I see it. My hubby works with them. And I'm telling you, my hubby is one of them. You might work with them, but my husband is. Hold on, let me. Oh, I can't find it where it says no public funds on his card. Oh, I got a package. It's in my letterbox. Oh no, kids! I got 4 presents today.
Did you just call me a kid? Wow.
Yeah, I got 4 presents today. Well, presents that I bought myself.
Smiling Assassin, do you think he came with a job already?
Oh, magic remover, nail polish remover. Oh.
I mean, like, I'm confused.
What is she saying now?
I think Smiling Assassin thinks your husband had a job ready and set up.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, she's like, I'm talking about the unemployed. Everyone is unemployed while they're getting, like, a status in a country. Because you need a work visa and...
They have to go for listen, if they come to this country and they're breaking the law and they're working illegally and, you know, or they're doing crime to earn money, then fine. But that's not every single one of them. You can't tar everyone.
You're generalising everyone, Smiling Assassin. You're mad. Your husband works with them, you don't. So, can we not?
You can't tar them under the same brush. It's the same as English people. You've got English people that don't do a legitimate job, that doesn't pay taxes and that scrounge off the system. You've got English people that do it. Do you see people going for them? Because I don't. I hear people go, yeah, fair play to you. I'll do whatever I can to get what I can. But then as soon as it comes to a refugee, the fuckers are taking our money. All right, well, you just said to an English person, yeah, that's fine. You dodge that tax and you get them benefits.
You know what really pisses me off? When other people come or like immigrate or, you know, they call immigrants, but when we go to countries or Australia, we call expats. Like, why? Why are English people called expat, but everybody else is called immigrants?
Jamie Lee, that doesn't make it okay. Oh my God.
What is she saying?
Because we live here.
You know, the system that's broken because we've got no money left, but you can defraud it because you live here.
Because you live here.
And you want to make Britain great.
Well, can I just reply to this? Because I'm going to make you look so stupid and small now to whoever said that. Do you know why you shouldn't do it? Because you are taking off people that genuinely need it. You know, like that woman down your road that everyone has, the woman, man, or whoever down their road, right? That's partially sighted and can't see properly. That's an amputee that can't walk properly. That's mentally struggling with real life mental health disorders. But they can't get any more help from the government. They can't possibly get PIP, although they've got a legitimate disability, Why? Because there's people in this country that take the fucking piss out of it, and they take it off the very people you're talking about, our own people in this country. They take it off them for their own selfish fucking greed. That's why, sweetheart, it isn't okay for anyone to do it, whether you live in this country or you don't, because you're taking off people that fucking need it.
So basically, Jamie Lee defrauds the government.
Yeah, so Jamie, when you pass a homeless person, can you just apologise to them because you think it's okay that you can take the money that they might have had?
There
to
you
help
go.
them?
Kit in the comments, I'm half blind and I have other health problems, and I've been told I need to look for work.
Jamie Lee.
Sorry to hear that.
But we can't possibly help Kit, can we? No, we can't, because there's people scrounging off the system that don't need to scrounge off the system. I've seen full-blown lives on this app of people turn around and say, oh yeah, I get PIP, I know how to fill in the forms, I know what you need to say to get PIP. Oh, okay. So you're basically just allowing the person, you're going to tell the person what they need to put on that PIP form to get PIP, even though you're bending the truth and you're exaggerating the truth. Okay, all right, yeah, fine.
Really
We'll all just go
sorry.
around and do that because,
No, it's not everybody. It's Jamie Lee. So can everybody say well done, Jamie Lee, in the comments, please?
I'm sick of people blaming immigration. Like, no, there's people in this country that take the piss. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen people, and I bet you majority of you in the comments can agree, yeah? People that live in the same area as me, people that are classed as friends, right, say that their partners don't live with them so that they can claim universal credit as a single mother.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
So they say, and I bet you people in this comment, you all know someone that
Jamie Lee.
fucking does it.
How can you claim
as well,
disability?
Jane, yeah.
How can you claim disability? Don't they check it? Don't you have to have like proof and stuff?
Because what it is because autism and ADHD
Yeah.
used to be called, like, there were the naughty kids, weren't there, before it was ever
Thanks, Chelsea.
diagnosed.
Yeah.
So what they do now is, instead of actually parenting your child, they let them become the naughty kid,
Oh wow.
and then you make out that it's due to a disability rather than the fact that you just didn't parent them. I've seen it a few times. There's a few kids I know that the parents have done it.
What?
Yeah, it's bad.
Look, there we go. Look at all these people that know people on their street.
Sorry, guys. I'm not looking at the comments. Sorry, Samaya. You're in the box now.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hi,
So
Han.
basically, last month I worked with DWP and the data analysis part. So in terms of children's disabilities, oh my God, there were so many cases where people were applying for their child that's under 2 years old, saying that the child can't eat, the child can't walk. And then, of course, the examiners that were coming back, they were like, your child's 2 years old, younger, he's not supposed to, he can't walk at that age, you're supposed to look after him. Of course, he's not going to be able to eat at that age, you're supposed to feed him. And it was ridiculous reasons, the cases of children applications. Now that, of course, there's ADHD, autism, you have to get the EHC plans. They don't do an assessment for children, of course. It's all written down. But a lot of them that are applying, it's just under like, oh, he's just because he can't like speak at home or something. But when we contact the school's like, he's an active child, he speaks, communicates. So, and then when there's two different stories and they go to do a mandatory reconsideration, they argue, they fire you, they like, even the advisors, that we have to look at what the advisors have to go through. It's disgusting behavior, how the parents speak to the advisors is so vile. And in terms of adults, PIP and stuff, that is really bad, because you have the assessment for that, but you also do the booklet. But those people are like that, are on end of life or have real conditions, they're getting declined, whilst people that have no conditions are being accepted. It's just messed up really bad. And in terms of NHS, like recently, like last week, I had to tell a lady that she has a cancer in her throat, and she was like, I don't want you to tell me that. I want someone else, someone that knows better than you, like someone. She didn't want an Asian person basically to tell her that what she has, what treatment she's gonna go through, what we found in her cells. She was like, you are Asian and I don't speak to Asians.
That's so bad.
What, she actually said that to you?
She said that to me, and of course I have to tell my manager. My manager says that of course you have to go to like the top leader. They all like side with you, because of course you can't say you don't want one person, you want another person. You have to go with that person. So she was like, if you don't want our help, you can go somewhere else, or we can.
Your job is to let somebody know what illness
So I'm
they have.
the cancer scientist. So I do like the research behind there, and I give my team the information. And once the oncologist doctor, he's there, he tells them that, but I'm also there in case they need any support in giving that information out, if that makes sense.
Right, and he or she literally went to you, you're Asian, so I don't want to hear.
Yes.
Working
And even the nurse.
I've had it many times when I've gone in to give medication. They're like, I'm not getting medication if I pack it.
But then in my job, TG, I've had many be abused.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's not. We're not saying it's not universal. There's racism everywhere.
Massively.
But we're just on about how people whinge about like immigrants and stuff coming over, when actually most of the fraud is either from the government or the people that were born here.
I don't think anybody should be entitled to any kind of benefit unless they paid at least 5 years into the system. Unless
And just to knowledge your power, I worked
you
in PWP before
Hold on,
I
I'm
came
still
to
talking, I've just let
Sorry,
you talk.
Lisa.
Unless you physically can't work, which there is genuine cases, unless you paid into this country, you shouldn't be entitled to anything. Doesn't matter, regardless if you come from here or not. You shouldn't be allowed.
I agree. If you're not paying in, don't take out.
Exactly that.
It's crazy because there's some people that apply, but they haven't even got like a citizenship. So when they're applying, they're still saying that, oh, we don't have citizenship yet, but we're gonna get it in like the coming months or something. But it's not guaranteed. So, but they're still applying. So that's also holding up the queue of the people that are waiting before you.
Smile Assassin, what do you think gives you the right to take out of a country that you haven't paid into? If you physically can work, what gives you the right to think that you're entitled to do that?
Birthright, isn't it? That's what she's going to claim.
But it's not. It's not birthright.
Yeah.
I was born here. My family were born here. But as far as I'm concerned, if I found out one of my kids signed on when they physically can go to work, they would proper know about it.
100%.
And that's my point. People sitting there and blaming the refugees and everything for the problem with the money in this country. And it was like, nah, like, there's enough people that were born and bred in this fucking country taking the piss out the system. Like, you've got to be nuts if you think this has been going on for years. I've seen this for years. People playing the system. I've seen it for years. People claiming their partners don't live in their house to be able to get universal credit. And at the time, what was it? What was the benefit called? Something else.
Job seekers.
Job seekers and stuff. Like, I've seen it for years.
Yeah, you see now is a myth for working and non-working, which is good, because if you've got nurses that are working full-time and cannot afford to feed their family, then yeah.
Exactly. There's
Before
nothing wrong with having your wages topped up. Nothing wrong with that. And I'm happy to pay into a system that is willing to help support people and get them into the right pay bracket so they can survive with their families. That's not what it's about. It's about people that think they are entitled to something that they haven't paid into this country about, regardless where you're from.
Just because of birthright. Because you're in this country, you don't have to put into it, but you're about to take it.
All should pay in. Everybody.
100%. 100%. Everyone should be paying into it.
My dad, you know, he's got lung cancer. He wasn't entitled to he fought for this country. He's always worked. He's never been on any benefits. And look how long it took for him to fight to get something to help him instead of worrying about pressure of being ill. Do you know what I mean? Of getting better.
Yeah.
And that's what, like, that's what takes the piss. My friend, it took her, I think it was 2.5 years to get any sort of benefit when she was going through cancer treatment.
Yeah, it's the whole. Don't get me wrong. He got it in what was it? 7 months, but it shouldn't have taken him 7 months.
No.
He shouldn't have had that pressure of worrying about where things are going to be paid. Do you know what I mean? Keeping a roof over his head. He should have been worrying about is getting better.
100%.
But none of us never had them friends at school, right, that were born and bred in this country that said, oh, it's all right, I'm just going to have a baby and I'll get a free house. None of us had them friends, did we?
The amount of times I heard that when I was in school was ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying, Amy. Like, and
I can confirm I had a baby, I got a house, I had a full-time job and did overtime. Thank you.
I had 3 babies and didn't get a house. Okay, it must have been because I was brown.
No, my dad didn't like me because I got babies.
How did he only get £30 a week? More SFPs more than that.
Oh, I was on a 0-hour contract when I had an accident at work, so I wonder if I couldn't get sick pay from them, but I couldn't get sick pay from government even though I couldn't move. So I wonder if it's that.
I had a brain tumor, and people declined my brain because I had a brain tumor, and I was in hospital that time as a nurse. Well, the social worker that comes in to do the PIP assessment, well, she does the whole form for you.
My sister was on, she had just come off life support, right? And she was claiming, she went and it was DLA at the time, so this was a long time ago. She got it declined, and then she went to a tribunal. Her actual doctor came with her because we were like really close to him. He came with her and he kicked off so bad that they made my sister get to this position where she physically can't do a lot at the time, that she had to fight for money where her stomach was open and it was closed with staples. Do you know what I mean? And she had to fight for it up to a tribunal to get some money. And then Jamie Lee thinks it's okay to get it just because she was born here.
Imagine that.
My sister was born here, love. My granddad was in the fucking British Army. Like, don't fucking come at me.
the lack of
Yeah, I
intelligence.
do truly believe if you've got severe proof of illness, like the cancer, the tumour, you know, all that side of things, and you physically can't work because of treatment, and you know you're going for it to fight for your survival, it should be a completely separate pot.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to wait. What did he wait? 7 weeks for his appointment.
You know who
Try
I'm
and get help.
don't you, Jodie?
Yeah. Oh, my dog's snoring. I do apologise.
Guys, is it the 21st today?
Yeah.
So if it's the 20th of May, the tuna sandwich filler went off and Mia used it in a packed lunch today. Do you think she's going to get ill?
Oh no, smell it.
Should be fine.
Throw it in the bin just in. Don't tell her.